Okay, hello. Here's another travel blog, and I thought I'd share with you some of the variety of stuff that I take with me, just to make sure that well, that I've got everything and everything is here and necessary. Because obviously, when you go to a different country, some of this you can buy, such as your soap and deodorant and things like that. However, some of the other stuff is quite useful that you couldn't necessarily buy. Obviously, I'm going to go through these now with you just to show you what they are. So I think probably the most important part of this is what are you going to carry it all in. Well, obviously, you've got your suitcase and your hold all. You are allowed, obviously, 20 to 30 kilograms, depending on the airline, of course, but 20 to 30 is not a lot, really, when you start putting everything in. So, bear in mind that depending on how long you're going to go for, it will depend on how much stuff you need to take with you. Now, I'm very lucky in the fact that where I'm going, this time around, is actually I'm able to do washing in the house and also in the hotel. And it's only a few baht for them to do the washing. I mean, they don't do a really good job, but it gets it washed. And then you don't have to take 20 pairs of socks or, 10 pairs of underpants, because you can get them washed. So maybe 2 or 3 would be sufficient. Now, so obviously your suitcase, I'm taking one. I take one with me, one big one, and hopefully everything fits into that. And then I take a laptop case, which I can put on my shoulder. You're allowed to take a hand luggage, which is another bag, which I have another bag here. So it's just a normal hold all, which is quite handy. And then obviously the laptop case as well on top of that, so you could take those two in on the aircraft, and then obviously put your suitcase into the hold, making sure that anything which is over 100 milliliters, so you can take this one is 200, so this one has to go into the case, otherwise you'll have it confiscated from you. Now, having said that, that one is sun cream, which is quite useful. I've got 2 varieties. I've got 20 factor and 30 factor. So I'll start off with the 30 and then go down. And obviously coming with that is the after sun cream, which you need to rub that in after in the evening. So bag wise, 1 hand luggage, 1 main luggage, and a laptop case. That's really good. So it gives you a lot of storage. Now, so quite a useful thing that I have found for Thailand especially is a full way adapter there, and obviously with the Thai plug on the end of it, because it's very difficult to in a hotel. They normally only give you 1 or 2 plugs. So where you've got a phone, a laptop, maybe a tablet, and then you've got your razor. You're talking about 4 or 5 items into one plug. So that's quite useful, and obviously it's got the UK sockets on this end. Now, for me, because I fall over quite easily, I actually take my own bath mat or shower mat, which I will put into the shower, because from experience the showers are usually quite slippery. They tend to be fairly slick with the tiling. One of them I couldn't even walk in because it was so slippery, so that's quite useful. Obviously we've talked about the sun cream, but one other thing you need to get is mozzie spray, There's two here, which is one which is the spray, and it's quite a strong spray, and then you've got the one there in the blue for just in case if you get bitten. So those two are quite useful. And whilst when I was in Thailand last time, I picked up this, which is also a very good cream, or sort of like a rub for mosquito bites. So just in case you get bitten. And the first time I went, I had them all over my head, and it was a bit embarrassing really, because I was meeting my girlfriend, future wife, and it was I had these mozzie bites all over my head. So most importantly, on the medication side of it, it's probably a good idea to take some of these Diacalm, or whatever they're called. These are called Dialimit, because they're an own brand make, but they are actually quite good for diarrhea. And I must say that last time I went, I've only ever had it once, and that was enough, and I had it all night, so that's a good thing to have. Don't forget your sunglasses, a very important factor. Take your sunglasses, and you can buy them cheap, but they're not very good, so these are actually quite expensive ones. A good polarity. Now, so when you're in Thailand, you may want to use your mobile phone or your tablet. I do recommend that you look into getting yourself a little MiFi, a mobile Wi-Fi device, because well, basically roaming charges, they're going to hammer you. I got charged, I think it was because I'd run out of credit, I got charged £200 for a week. So last time I went, I had a MiFi, which I got from the internet. This one is actually my own one, so I've got my own MiFi, which I'm going to put, when I get to Thailand, I'm going to put a SIM card in for, I think it's about 800 baht, which is £16, and that will last me for the whole month, data wise. Very important, if you haven't had your vaccinations, then it's a good idea to have them done. I've got some typhoid, which, well, I haven't got it, but I've had the injection. I'm just checking. Yep, so Thailand typhoid. And I've also, it's recommended that you have the Hep B and Hep A hepatitis at some point, because there is quite a chance that there's a lot of it about in foreign countries. So make sure you're up to date on the old vaccinations. Then obviously you need travel insurance. Okay, I'm actually going with Insure and Go, and it's not an advert, so because there are others available, but Insure and Go, they're pretty good for disabilities. I mean, I managed to get a good deal, a reasonable price. I mean, I think my second year now is about £97. So second year, the first year wasn't much more than that, probably 120, but it does come down. Likewise, when you go there, obviously, don't forget your passport. Okay, very important. Don't forget your passport. And what you should do, and what I've done, is take a photocopy of your passport page. Okay, and then I've actually laminated it, so it's a laminated copy of my passport, which you can leave in your case, leave in your suitcase. And I've also taken another spare photo, just in case I do get my passport stolen, because this will you'll have to go and have a photo taken anyway, so you may as well save money and save time, get them done and take them with you. So that's quite a good idea. And then obviously you need some money, so just take a few. Obviously when you get there, then you can put your card into the cash machine ATM and withdraw the money in the currency that you're taking. Sometimes it's cheaper to do that, and I've got some cash left over from last time, so I've got some very low denomination currency there, which I can use for tips and things, because obviously in Thailand it's not recommend, it's not you don't have to, but it's polite to tip people. So 20 baht is less than 50p, and 20 baht for them is quite a lot of money. So now don't forget, when you take all your kit, your mobile phone and your tablet, don't forget you need to have all of the cables to go with them. So make sure you've got cables and mains plug to charge them up, because you'll find that if you try and buy them, they'll be a bit pricey, but also they won't be good quality. They'll be rip-off ones. Okay, now what I've done is I've actually got my mobile phone, and I've actually purchased an app called TomTom, and it's the same TomTom that you get in your car, but I've got it on my mobile phone, and I've got it for Thailand, and it really worked really well last time, I must say. Now obviously it runs on battery, and I've obviously decided that if you're driving a long way, then you're going to have to charge your phone up sometime. So I've got a car charger for my mobile phone, and likewise I've got because obviously I will have my phone, and my wife will have her phone or tablet. I've actually got a double socket for the car, so we can run two off of the charger, which I thought was quite a good idea. So as far as paperwork is concerned, we have our copy of our passport. Also, I've got a copy of my credit and debit cards there, which I've laminated, so just to keep a backup. And I've also made a note there of the phone numbers that I need in case I lose my card, because that's quite important to be able to phone them up and maybe cancel your card, because I've not had a problem before, but if you put your card into a ATM, there's a big chance that it might not work, and you may lose it. Now, make sure you've got your passport, but make sure also that you have your tickets. Okay, so your tickets, copies of your tickets. It's very important. Have copies, okay, which obviously are your main copies, but also take a backup of all of your paperwork, because I'll tell you why. Because last time, obviously I didn't have my backup last time, but having a ticket, I handed the ticket in, and then when I got to Thailand, I realised that they hadn't given me my ticket back, so I didn't have the ticket paperwork for the return journey. So I then had to contact my sister, who had to come to my house, go into my computer, find the file, and then email me the file so I could print it out in Thailand. Quite a lot of work and a lot of pain in the backside, so make sure you've got a backup of it, okay? And then obviously, just to finish off, we have your hotel booking there, quite important, and your insurance certificate. So it's okay, it's okay having your insurance card, but you need to have your certificate, because that has a lot of information on it that you might need. Okay, and then finally, there's two more things. One is because I'm on quite high doses of prescription medication, so I'm taking codeine, I've actually took the precaution of getting a letter done from my doctor, telling whoever that I'm on this medication. I've also taken the precaution of another letter, and this is from my surgeon, saying that I've got metal in my back. So, you know, when I go through the scanner in a foreign country, and they go, "Oh, what have you got in your pocket?" And I say, "I got nothing," and they go, "Well, you obviously have, because, you know, it's beat." I can then show them the letter and say, "It's in my back. It's not in my pocket." So, quite important if you're on medication. And I know that if you have conditions, then probably you're going to be on some medication of some sort. Keep your medication in your hand luggage. Don't make the mistake of putting your medication into your main luggage. It's a big mistake. I went to Canada. Well, I went to America via Canada, and they lost my luggage. And all the medication and everything was in our luggage. So we actually had to wait. I think it wasn't long. It was only like 2 days. But you know, when you're relying on medication, you need to make sure you've got it in your hand luggage. And another important point about medication is that check out your destination country. Check out their legal requirements for declaration. Now, this is very important, because first time I went to Thailand, and of course I took all my medication with me. I wasn't stopped or anything, but I could have been, and they could have opened my bags, or there could have been a sniffer dog there, and it would have come up, because it's codeine based, and codeine is generally illegal, mostly everywhere. So codeine, because it's codeine based medication, will probably come up if a dog comes along to sniff you. So, you know, be aware that if you check out the rules, and I didn't do it the first time. In fact, I didn't do it the second time either. I didn't do it until the third time, and I just happened to be checking on the Thai website, the Thai customs website, and I happened to see on there that you should really declare all your medication before you leave the country. So, and there's a whole procedure that you have to follow, and then when you get to Thailand, you should really go to customs and declare your medication. I must be honest, I haven't done it, and probably I should, but I didn't know, and that's no excuse. That's no excuse, and they will shove you in prison just as quick. So really, a warning, just check it out. I mean, I'm very, very cautious about it now, so, you know, I'm prepared, but I'm also a bit worried as well, because I don't think the whole procedure of declaring it is a very simple way. Lastly, if you are a disabled traveller, especially with Thai Air, they will give you, which is typical, it's not on here. Okay, so what they will give you is a label, which, I don't know if you can see that, it says MAAS, mass, and it's Thai Air Mass, MAAS. Now that means that you are requiring assistance. So you will have specialist helpers, and they're usually in Thailand. They're dressed in white. They're white uniforms with a badge, with a name badge. They're lovely people, and they do a really good job. And they wheel you round. They come to the aircraft with a wheelchair, and they will take you through to wherever you need to go, and they will help you with your baggage as well. So they are really good, and they are worthy of a tip. I mean, I generally pay 100 baht, and that is about £2. But to be fair, it's well worth the money. It really is. So as you can see, and then I top it all off with the old bum bag, which obviously you need to carry all your goodies in, nice and safe. If you book your flight, then I always book my seat as well. So that's something that you can look into and you finally get going. So I hope this little travel blog has helped a little bit, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and share, and I'll catch you again next time.